Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, there is so much happening at the moment in my life and my business and everything that is going on that I totally dropped the ball with my podcast recordings, which weirdly enough, it's actually scheduled in my new time map, but I can't even remember what I talked about in my last episode where it was just me about the change that is happening in my life personally. So, as you know, if you've been listening to my podcast for a while or been following me, you know that I've had a lot of personal development work that I've been doing. And I feel like in this last week alone, I'm like, okay, I need to discover who I am again. Like it's another pivotal moment in my life and another stage of evolution because what has happened in my life is I started my business in 2016 when my eldest or my first child was a few months old. So I have only ever known life as an entrepreneur with juggling children. Like that's literally it. I've only ever known that sort of life. And in the last week or 2 weeks even, my youngest started nursery. It's only 5 mornings a week, but it's every day. And it's the first time in my entire career as an entrepreneur that I have had time in my diary to fully focus on my business, do things for me, and I created a new time map before he started nursery, knowing exactly what I was going to be doing on each of my days. And I was like almost gearing up to it with, I had mixed feelings of excitement, but also a bit of sadness that my baby was going off to nursery. But I also thought, well, the afternoons are still my time with him. I can still focus on my business in the morning. But let me tell you what has happened. And I don't know if this is a hormonal thing or a stage or it's just me sort of finding my feet with it all, but it has been hard, like really hard. I have found myself, although I've had a really strict time map, I'm sitting there, not just procrastinating, but I am almost clock watching to the point that I can then go and get my little boy from nursery. Like I'm looking forward to picking him up, which means I'm not actually being very productive in the mornings. But I know this is just a phase. I've spoken to loads of people that have gone through the same thing, and it is like you almost have to shed the past version of yourself again because you go from, even when they're entertained and they've got food and everything, you're still on duty all the time. Like you're on duty 24/7 when you have kids around. So even when they're in bed asleep, you're there, like, because if they wake up, you're going to be the person they come to. Like when they're at home, you'll be the person that needs to get them food, that needs to take them to all their clubs and do all these things. So you're just on duty all the time. You never get that time to totally switch off. So when they're not in the house and you're not on duty, which I've never experienced whilst running my business, it's like, oh my God, like I need to relearn how to like not be in on mode, like actually to focus on me and do things for me. And I didn't realize how little I was fully switching off, even when I thought I was switching off. For me, switching off would be going for a dog walk, listening to a podcast, that kind of thing. But then your brain is still thinking about all these things. Like there's no sort of calmness. And I think that is just an entrepreneurial thing, isn't it? But yeah, so I've been going through this whole transitional stage at the moment where I'm kind of finding my feet with things. I'm giving myself time to breathe and get used to this new way of living. Obviously, in a year's time, he'll be at full-time education when he starts school. But for now, it's just, yeah, finding my feet with working out exactly what I'm doing and just getting used to being on my own and not having a small person or those small interruptions constantly there and being able to do my weekly call on a Monday without having somebody asking me for apple juice every 2 seconds. So that's been going on in my life. So that's been a really big change for me and something that I'm navigating at the moment. The other thing that is going on is I'm not rebranding, but I kind of am. So I am changing out all of my baileyandrue.com is switching out to jacquielaws.com. So that domain is already like I've got it. I just need to, I'm working on my website at the moment behind the scenes. And I did actually announce a week ago that I was going to be launching it by the end of the week. And then I thought to myself, why am I doing that? Like, nobody really cares when it launches. So I'm just taking my sweet time with it. I'm doing what feels good to me. When I'm feeling in the zone and in the mood to work on my website, I'm doing it then. Right now, my website looks amazing. I get compliments on it all the time. But also, if you follow me on social media, you may have noticed in the last couple of days, that the graphics have been switching out to this kind of slightly newer um vibe. So go and check it out if you haven't already. You can find me on Instagram at Jacquie Laws. So go and check that out because that is the sort of new look of my brand. I am so excited. So I'm definitely stepping into my next level, and this is where things shift. And because I have had so much evolution and growth over the last year, I have had multiple shifts in my brand visuals, and obviously that's what I do. That's my specialism is brand visuals. So they do need to be on point and focused at my next level. And because things have grown so fast, I am just making sure that everything is fully aligned and on point, basically, because that's what I want to show to the world, show to my dream clients that this is what I can do. Um, which leads me on to, because I'm doing this at the moment, I decided this week that I am going to open up my diary for some brand audits. So if you've been in my world a while, you may have seen these pop up. So I run these twice a year because I normally get quite an influx of people wanting to jump in on an opportunity to work with me at a lower investment. So these brand audits are £97, which I can't remember what that is in dollars. But they're a really low cost investment. And essentially, what it is you provide me with all the information on your business, your offer suite, who your target audience is, how long you've been in business, what your pricing is, even like your onboarding process, your website, all of this kind of stuff. And what I do is I create a personalized video audit on all of your brand visuals. So I look at your website, your social media content, your messaging. I also review your onboarding process because my background isn't just in brand visuals, but it's also in the customer experience, really going that extra mile to make your clients feel good. Because when we feel good, we're more likely to return to that thing that made us feel good in the first place. It's why we get returning customers and clients if we're providing an amazing service. So I look at all of these things and I provide a personalized video with key things that you can actually implement and action yourself to help you to improve that first impression, because first impressions absolutely do matter. They really do. Like when you are in the online space, it's so fast paced. We're scrolling on our phones so quickly that actually you do need something that is going to instantly attract in a split second, because that's all you have to get that first impression like in someone's head. Because actually it does take more than 7 touch points now to become familiar with like some certain graphics, the content, to be able to want to know more about that person and to click on their profile. So you subconsciously are seeing content multiple times before you go onto their profile. But if you have that instant attraction, it is way less, to the point where you can actually get those people hooked from that first impression. That is where I come in. That is how I help my clients, because once you've got that first impression that is instantly speaking to your dream clients, all those people that are going to create amazing collabs with you to boost your visibility and grow your network and your audience, then if you've got that instant first impression, you are far more likely to grow your audience faster. You're going to be getting people onto your sales funnels much quicker and easier because you already have built that trust with them. They've instantly got a connection with you on a deeper level. So it could be through your messaging, it might be your visuals they've just been instantly attracted to. You're basically speaking directly to your dream client. And that's not just in terms of what you're saying, it's also how you're saying it. So that first impression is so powerful, and a lot of people are missing this now. So I could not tell you how many pretty shocking websites I've seen in the last week alone from doing some research myself, from people that are hugely successful, have huge social media audiences. They're hitting those 6-figure income months, like they're absolutely smashing it, but their website is not positioned in a way that is like showing that they are an authority. Like it looks very outdated. And the thing is, I swear to God, every single week now, I'm seeing somebody else whose account has been taken off, like they've lost their account on social media. So even if you had hundreds of thousands or even 1 million followers, you have no control over what is going to happen on your social media. You have no control. Your account could be closed down tomorrow. And not having a backup, not focusing on your website as your main sort of lead generator, because it absolutely can be, you are leaving so much money on the table. You're missing out on huge opportunities because particularly higher paying clients, they check out your website. That is a fact. Like if they find you on social media, they're going to want to go and check out your social media, your website, if they don't already know who you are. And even if they do, if you've been recommended, we're all beings that we expect somebody to have a website. We want to go and check them out. If you're spending more money on somebody, you're not going to be wanting to invest a lot of money with them if they haven't even got an online presence in terms of having a website, because it's not professional. Like we are far more likely to trust someone that has a website that is reflective of the high level of service and quality of experience that we're going to get from working with them. So we're far more likely to hand over our card details to sign up to that person. So if you are neglecting your website, you are missing out on a huge opportunity. So running back to my brand audits, these audits are going to help you if you don't have a website, or if you do, but it hasn't even been touched in years. This is going to help you. If your social media feed is lacking that ooh la la first impression, like give me your credit card details, I want to sign up with you. If it's lacking that instant magnetism, I can help you with my brand audits. If you feel like you're doing all of the things but something isn't working, you're not getting the engagement on your content, if people aren't going to your website, if you've just recently invested in your website, quite often, because I see this a lot, there are a lot of people that will go to a web guy or somebody they know who does websites. Just because somebody can build a website doesn't mean it is done right. And 9 times out of 10, I get people that come to me who have just invested a load of money in somebody that can build a website, that actually they haven't got the basic SEO, so their website reach is going to be next to nothing. The actual layout of it probably isn't working for their ideal client, because a lot of people that can build a website don't necessarily understand the whole ideal client piece, and they don't understand how to build a website in a way that speaks to and helps that dream client go through a certain flow, because we all buy in different ways. We all have different personality types and different human design types. But the thing with how I work with my clients is I get to know them on a deeper level. I also get to understand who their ideal client is on a deeper level, so that I can create brands and websites that are speaking to that type of client in the way that they buy, in the way that they build trust and get to know who it is that they're investing in. So if you would love to level up your entire brand, if you feel like something's not working right now, or if you already know something's not working, and you would just love to get my eyes on your brand to give you some really key actionable steps that you can go and implement to 10x your visibility, to boost your income, to get in front of those dream clients, to create that instant, oh my God, yes, I need to work with this woman. If you want to create that kind of vibe, then my brand audits are for you. They are £97. You can grab the link in the show notes below. You can also grab the link via my social media feed at Jacquie Laws on Instagram and Facebook. I also have it on LinkedIn if you're connected with me on there. So go check that out. It is just £97. It is the lowest investment to work with me to scale your brand, boost your visibility. And I have had incredible results from my clients. So some of my clients have gone on to book dream clients within 48 hours from implementing the things that I teach or suggest in these audits. I had one client whose visibility boosted by 180% within 30 days from implementing some of the things that I gave her. I've had clients book multiple dream clients within just a couple of weeks. I have had two other clients that secured incredible PR features because they were then positioning themselves as a leader, that meant the magazines they were going to saw them as a leader and wanted them to be contributing to their magazine. So the power of brand isn't about just attracting your dream clients. It's about positioning you as an authority. It's about being able to create that instant first impression that shows you're a leader, that shows you can be trusted, that you know what you're talking about, and that you are a professional in your field, because that is where you're going to be able to grow your network with aligned people, have those incredible collab opportunities, to get PR features and brand awareness, and also to attract those dream clients. So your brand is so powerful on so many different levels for actually scaling your business. And a lot of people miss this piece. They focus on the automation or the funnels and doing all of the kind of back end of your business side of things, but they forget about that first impression. That said, the first impression is incredible, but if you're not then following through with all the automation and the processes, you can lose clients that way quite quickly because they might see instantly, okay, this person is for me, but then get another feeling when they go through your workflow, it all feels very manual and it just feels unprofessional. So you absolutely do need to have both sides. You need to have that instant first impression, but you then need to back it up by showing your audience, showing those dream clients that you know what you're doing, that you're running a professional business with your onboarding system, with how you respond to DMs, with how you automate your business with like ManyChat as an example. So that side of things shows you're a leader. It shows that you're creating a business that your dream clients would love to have for themselves. They would love to have those results, and it builds that trust. So do not neglect the power of your brand because it is absolutely game changing. If you would love to grab one of these brand audits, do check out the show notes, click that link, and then all you have to do is fill it in a form, and then it will link through to the invoice that will be sent to you to make payment. And as soon as I've got that through, I get to work on your brand audit, and you will receive a video usually within 72 hours-ish, but I say up to a week just so that I can keep on top of them all because they do come through in a bit of a flurry. I haven't got an end date on these as yet, but like I said, these come around twice per year. So they're currently on offer at the moment. But if you have listened to this podcast episode and I'm not currently running them, do send me a DM on Instagram because then I can let you know when I will next be releasing them. But I hope you have a beautiful day, and I cannot wait to dive into your brand and help you to scale your business to that next level with one of my personalized brand audits. And I also can't wait to share my new branding, my new website. It's all very exciting. And this is the thing, like even having that next level energy when you do things that are just shifting, that are moving that needle and positioning you as an authority, like you feel energized. Like I already feel so excited about launching my website, and I'm not even changing a huge amount on there. I'm just tweaking it, and I'm speaking to my next level client because as your business grows and evolves, your ideal client is going to evolve as well. So every time you level up, so does your ideal client. And that is a beautiful thing. Like that is incredible because I can now serve people at multiple levels in their business, but it just means that my brand is now positioning me as even more of an authority that is naturally going to attract my next level clients because that is who I'm speaking to through all of my messaging, through the content, through the visuals. And that is the power of brand because you want to get that instant attraction. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this podcast episode. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of building your own personal brand, head over to my website, baileyandrue.com, where you can grab my free Brand Brilliance Blueprint today. It's your roadmap to success in the world of branding. And hey, let's stay connected beyond the podcast. Follow me on Instagram at baileyandrue for daily inspiration, behind the scenes insights, and exclusive content to fuel your brand journey. See you there.